Welcome in to episode 6 of the Athletes Inside podcast. I'm Kate Smith,
I'm Mitchell Manning.
and I guess we'll be recapping week 5 in Arkansas football, high school football, and then we'll be kind of previewing week 6. It's like normal. If something does look off, we are not in the studio. We had some problems, technical difficulties with mics, and we walked in there and there was nothing there. We're like, oh, okay, so guess we're gonna have to
Yeah,
record here.
recording here at my house. So,
Yeah, and as you can see, same place and same stuff as the interview with Creed. What are your thoughts about that?
yeah, I thought it went great. It was good talking with Creed. We talked to Trip Price, which
Mm-hmm.
is also in the same conference as them at Pottsville.
Before, yeah,
So it was really cool to talk to him. And both those teams feel like they are supposed to come out on top. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
yep, for sure. So yeah, here's the interview.
All right. So this is Creed Vega from Dardanelle, quarterback. Does it all over there. Um, so just wanted to start off and just wanted to ask you about your season and how you feel about it so far and what your expectations are looking forward.
All right, so we kind of have high expectations for the season at the beginning, and we came in, we played Hall. They weren't too good, but we won, and then we went straight into Elkins, and we knew that was gonna be. We knew they were best team in the state, rated best team in the state, and
Yeah.
everything. And I think we weren't mentally ready and physically ready for that game, just because I felt like ourselves we went into the game like, yeah, we can play with them, but we didn't have like the mindset right. And then
Yeah.
we found out what it felt like, and I felt like that really pushed our kids to play harder, including me, and have better practices and stuff. But then we went and played Nashville and played pretty well.
Yeah.
And but it's going good right now, and I think we got Clinton tomorrow, which is a big game for us, and I think which could be the conference championship game. I think they're the other best team in the conference, and but I think if we beat them and can handle business, I think we'll be good and set up for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I know you mentioned Clinton. So what do some teams in that conference, y'all are in 4A, right?
Yes.
4A, yeah. So what are those teams kind of in your conference that you think are going to compete with y'all by the time it gets to the end of the season?
Um, Clinton for sure. We'll play them tomorrow. But like, I think Ozark. I know they just got beat by Waldron, but like they're one of those teams that always play us really close when we play them.
Yep.
And I think Pottsville too. They're another one of those teams that always play really close when we play them. It's just like that type of game.
Yeah. So
And
yeah.
Lamar has a pretty good offense, but their defense isn't just the best. So I think Ozark and probably Pottsville will be up there for some pretty good games.
No, yeah. I mean y'all blown out a ton of teams. Y'all got I know you run the ball a ton. Um
Yeah.
so yeah, I just want to ask you, I think it's a cool thing, your dad being the coach, kind of
Yeah.
how that relationship is.
Uh, it's pretty good. As he's acts as my coach on the field, but then when we get off, he's like, "Hey, I'm still your father." I mean, he doesn't say, "Hey, I'm still your father," but like
Yeah.
he still plays that role like he's nice and stuff. But I think I definitely get yelled at the most.
Yeah.
Like when I mess up, he expects so much from me, and he gets on to me and will yell at me the fastest. And like, but I mean, outside of the game, I mean, he's always trying to help me get better, give me things to go do, and like things I can practice on to get better.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'd say it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to keep the balance, but at the same time, I mean, it's kind of like a dad's dream if you're a coach to be able to coach.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's really cool for him.
Yeah.
So like, have you been a quarterback since you were like little?
Uh, I mean, yes and no. When I was in, I guess Pee Wee, I played running back and quarterback, but yeah, basically.
So has your dad since you were that little kind of invested in you and prepared you for now?
He definitely has, and at the quarterback position, I wouldn't say so because like it wasn't really set for me to play quarterback. It's not like what I wanted to do. I mean, I wanted to play running back or something, and I play a little bit outside back, and I really like that, but I mean, he really has like when I was younger, yeah, he pushed me and wanted me to do good footwork and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
And I know you played with your brother for, well, I guess
Hmm.
your freshman year.
Yeah.
He was the quarterback, wasn't he? And you were kind of just like receiver, kind of.
Yeah, I played slot and tight end.
Yeah, I know. So how was it playing with your brother? I know you only got to do it for 1 year, but like, how was that?
It was really fun because like growing up, I mean, I was in school with him for 1 year when I was really young, and then my freshman year. And so like, I mean, I didn't talk to him really at school or anything. I didn't see him much, but then on the field, it was pretty fun because I mean, I never got to play with him, never got to play with any family member, and
Right.
but there's definitely times I'd get pretty mad at him, like I'd be open or something. But then like
Yeah.
coming up, like 10th grade year, I'd figure out like, hey, you can't always throw it to the open person. I mean, sometimes stuff happens, but
Right.
I really liked it. It was sad whenever he left.
No, yeah.
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 So look compared to y'all's team last year compared to this year, what do you think has made y'all more successful this year?
I really think up front we've been really, really good this year, especially defensively. And I think our defense is better than it was last year.
Hmm.
But and then also our skill players on offense have really we were all 10th graders last year besides one. Well, besides two. One graduated and the other one was a junior. So I feel like just us being able to develop as players has really helped us a lot. And just so we had a lot of juniors play last year. So just playing more games, getting more experience has really helped us a lot too.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
I want to ask about just kind of some key players and some of y'all's main guys. I know y'all got Rod and some other guys. Just kind of talk about some of those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, Rod's really good. He can go get a ball, obviously. He's real tall. Good at making people miss. Then we got Bo, plays a little bit of tight end for us too, plays slot, and he's also about 6'4" and can jump pretty well. And we normally get a lot of mismatches with him, especially up the middle if a backer tries to follow or something. And
Yeah.
then we got Ian, which he's our running back, and he sees the field really, really well and like great at making cuts and stuff. And then defensively, we picked up a new one this year named Luke Roberts Sr. and
Hmm.
he's been pretty good for us tackling and coverage wise. So that really helped.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
Yeah.
did y'all get a bunch of transfers this year at all? Or is that really your only big transfer that you got?
I mean, he went to school with us. He just never
Oh,
played.
he just
And
didn't
Oh,
then
play.
really?
he,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then he just wanted to play senior year and spring ball came and he showed out and did really well.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
But
Because
yeah,
y'all
no,
didn't get any other transfers.
mm-mm.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
kind of like us. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we talked about how like a lot of the areas like in Northwest Arkansas and Central Arkansas, a lot of times are getting transfers, but like in our
Yeah,
area and
yeah,
stuff, I mean, no one's really drawn to our area that much, and so
no, yeah,
we're kind of left for the dust when it comes to transfers.
Yeah.
yeah.
I know.
That I think that really hurts a lot of teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we even talked to Peyton. He's down at Smackover. Like Smackover, they got a ton of El Dorado guys. So even
Wow.
like small guys like that. Because I think in this area, it's either you're from Dardanelle and you transfer into Russellville, or Pottsville. Kind of the home
Yeah,
area. You kind of
yeah,
transfer in, and some people go in, some people go out. There's not a lot of It's
People coming from farther away
yeah,
to here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yes, I want to ask you about your recruiting and how all that is, and kind of what colleges you talking to or anything like that.
Last year, I talked to Tech and OBU a little bit, but then
Yep.
this year, I've really talked to Harding. Like over the summer, like I've talked to Harding a lot. Like the dude that's recruited me is Coach Underwood, Matt Underwood, and he texts me almost every week, asks me how I'm doing, how games are going, telling me good luck and everything. So I've been talking to him a lot, and I just got invited to one of their games, like I guess a visit thing,
Yeah,
and so that's pretty cool. But I'd say Harding's the one I'm talking to the most.
that's nice. And I want so are they recruiting you to play quarterback, or are they recruiting you to play something else?
Yes, they are recruiting me to play quarterback because I mean the offense they run,
Yeah,
like it's a
it's a lot of
quarterback run
running.
football.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And I mean they're friggin'
They're
best team.
insane.
Yeah,
yeah,
best team in friggin' D2. They're really
yeah,
solid teams. So that's a really nice school to be recruited by. But yeah,
So is that your
yeah.
number one interest as for yourself?
Yes, so
yeah,
far it is.
yeah. They're
Yeah.
big.
It's huge.
Yep.
So looking into y'all's game this week, um, what do you think gives y'all the edge over your opponent? And what's y'all's mindset going into this game?
They're in practice. I mean, our coaches will use like Putin's and some other things or other people have picked Clinton to beat us. And I think that's really put a chip on our shoulder to go out there and prove people wrong that hey, we're better like than what people think. And just myself, I always go into the game like, and I'll pray this before the game, like David and Goliath mentality, or like,
Yep.
and like just going in there with everything I have, confident, believing I can win, like just not leave anything on the table after the game.
Yeah, I mean that's a great mindset. I
Yeah,
think
that's awesome.
I mean I know some people that they'll go into games and they're playing, superior opponent and they'll like, oh, we're gonna lose, and that's a terrible mindset because I think I go in basketball games, I'm not thinking, we're supposed to lose. I'm not going to the game like, hey, we're gonna lose. Like I know we can compete with them and I think
Yeah,
that's a good mindset.
yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, Clinton's not a superior opponent compared to y'all.
No,
So,
yeah, I mean I genuinely think y'all are the better team.
yeah,
I mean they're
and
with Pottsville and yeah.
yeah, we think. I mean, and I don't want to say this like in a bragging or cocky way. Like we
Yeah.
think we're the better team, but like we need to prove that to other people still and
right.
prove ourselves. Like this is a big game. We got to play a full quarter game and go uh get business done and win. Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, because there's games you go in, you feel like you're the better team, and I mean, other people pick Clinton to beat y'all, but like you kind of
Yeah.
want to prove those people wrong, be like, I mean, we know we're better, so we just got to go out and execute
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
do that. And I know y'all probably feel the same way about a lot of games, because
yeah.
I mean, I think around the state, a lot of teams don't really respect Russellville football.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean, we were supposed to get killed by Greenbrier. A lot of people had Van Buren beating us. Yeah,
beat
all
both
that.
of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
but yeah. I love playing against people that are supposed to be better. It's just more
hmm
fun to me.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a better edge. But I want to ask if I know your dad's always been at Dardanelle and you've always been kind of around the Dardanelle area. Have you ever thought about transferring to Russell? I was wondering because like it would have been real nice if we had. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, I guess I've never really thought about transferring to Russellville or anything, but
Yeah,
like, there's definitely been talks with people like, "Oh, I heard your dad's moving to Russellville. I heard your dad's moving to Russellville." And as far as I know, I've never like my dad never said anything about that or anything. But like,
yeah.
I know y'all definitely have better equipment, better field, and stuff like that. And that's one thing I really like. I mean, we still got grass and
No, yeah,
such,
y'all's field is not the best.
but
Yeah, but
yeah, and I don't know. There's just something about Dardanelle. It's where I've always been, always lived. Brother went here. Dad's been here for a long time. So I mean,
yeah.
just kind of
Instant
home.
homes.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah. I want to kind of transition a little bit into basketball. I don't know if you remember, but I know in third grade we played together on Boys and Girls Club team. Coach Chad and
Yeah.
yeah. But I know
Mhm.
so you played basketball freshman year, but you didn't play last year. So, and I heard some stuff that you're playing again this year. I don't know. So, what are you playing again this year?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the whole
that'd be
reason
big.
for me quitting was like, yeah, well, especially for us since Moulton moved out and Subi. So,
Like, those are two
but
good
my
teams. Yeah.
ninth grade, yeah, those were two good teams. And my ninth grade year, we had Braden, Robert, and Chase.
Mm-hmm.
And basketball just really made me mad because like I was our leading rebounder. I was 6'1" and a freshman, and we had 6'4", 6'7" guys on a team.
Yep.
And like Coach Sturdivant and I wasn't a scorer at that time. Like that
Okay.
wasn't my job. My job was to rebound. So I really think that just tired me out.
Mm-hmm.
And like, and I also lost a lot of weight. I lost like 10, 12 pounds.
Yeah.
And so I was playing
Right
like,
there.
yeah, I was playing like 180 after the season. And so I quit, which I told him I was going to play. And then I ended up quitting. And during the off season, I think I gained like 30-ish, 32-ish pounds.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm up to like 212 right now. And this year for basketball, I'm really gonna try and work out more, a lot more heavy lifting, take protein, creatine, all that kind of stuff to try and maintain weight.
No, yeah, and I'm sure you'll probably have a bigger role with all those guys not being there because it's just I mean it's mainly
Yeah,
you, Christian, Rod, some other guys, but yeah, I mean I've experienced that like last year. I feel like I was getting bigger, and then I kind of lost all of it throughout the year. And but I mean I've
yeah,
definitely since I've gone through a year of me actually playing, I think I kind of know what to do, and I think that helps,
yeah,
especially for you football because you don't want to lose all that weight, especially going to your senior
yeah.
year. But yeah.
Yeah. So would you consider yourself more of like a X's and O's kind of guy, or like a hands-on motivator, physical kind of guy?
I would say I'm more of a motivator type of guy. I mean, I try and get out there and I try to encourage teammates and
Yeah.
like let them know like we need to keep playing and just tell them to keep going and stuff, not give up. Like, because we have a lot of guys on our team that could be really, really good, but just like decide to shut down and stop when we get up or they face adversity or something. So I really try to help them through that and just get them to keep going.
Yeah. Would you call yourself like the leader of the team? I know you're the quarterback, but you're junior. You think you'd call yourself the leader?
Uh, yes, and I don't mean that as like no one
Oh
else
yeah.
does. I mean, there's definitely other guys that are like up there
Right.
leading the
Yeah.
team. Daniel King, he's big on being a leader and stuff, but I think I would like to say I am because I really always just kind of be good to my teammates and let them know I'm there for them.
Yeah, I think especially as a quarterback, you want to earn the respect, and
Yeah,
I mean, because you're the one doing everything, and so everything depends on you. So yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's
yeah,
big for quarterbacks to um the quarterbacks don't necessarily have to be like the leader of the team. There's
yeah,
like having one leader of a team is not like what you need.
yeah,
It's actually better to have like a lot of guys that are willing to be
yeah.
and so yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah. All right, well, I think that wraps it up, and we got
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on here.
Well, thanks for having me. Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir. All right, see you, Rob.
All right, that's it.
All right, so now recapping week 5, Arkansas High School football last week. We're gonna start off in 7A. We've got Conway North Little Rock, 63-0.
Are we surprised?
No,
No.
that's exactly what we expected. North Little Rock is not a good team. And I was going to talk about this with how they kind of play close with Catholic, and I feel like Max Preps has Catholic ranked pretty high. I know they're 5-0. They beat some, VL right by a decent amount.
They haven't played a great team yet though.
I know.
Seven.
Exactly. I think they play a pretty solid team this week. We'll get into that. But yeah, 63-0. Always a good team.
Yeah.
And then next game, this is a little closer than what I thought. Cabot, they beat Little Rock Southwest 42-26.
I thought it'd be about the same as Conway game. Conway North Little Rock.
I agree. Yeah, I figured it'd be something like that. And then I guess
I don't know what happened.
I mean, it is at Southwest, but like
Still.
I don't really know. That's definitely closer to when I figured it would be.
Not a good look for Cabot.
No, not at all. Southwest is not a great football team. Ranked 14th and 17th. Like they're not a great team. I mean, yeah, not a good look for Cabot, but I mean they do get the win. They
A win is a win. A win is a win.
I mean, it's just like us with the 7 game. We should.
I mean, it honestly still was.
I mean, it's a 16-point win.
Yeah,
2-score win.
Yeah.
That's fine. Win is a win, and then go into this Harbor Heritage game, a really high scoring game, 63-39.
Yeah. Surprised Heritage was able to score that much.
I was surprised Heritage scored 39 points.
Yeah.
I know they only put on like 7 against Salem. I know Salem plays a different kind of brand of ball. But yeah, putting 39. I mean, it's Harbor's a high score. They probably have a pretty solid offense. What do you think? I know but they score a lot of points. They do.
Yeah, I don't know. Watching film,
I mean, it was Greenwood. You are gonna probably not look great against Greenwood. If y'all watch y'all's film against Greenwood, y'all probably don't look that great.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I don't know. Just it wasn't just like they were getting beat. It was like the stuff they were running was very questionable.
Yep.
Lots of 5-6. Everyone running 5-6. They ran it like so many times. I just don't understand. I don't know. A little weird. Offense is really weird. But I feel like since it's so weird, that's how they could. I mean, end up scoring a lot just because it is so weird.
Yeah, because I know they put 65 on Farmington with an ineligible player. So they didn't actually get that win.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like they're not a terrible team. It's just like you talked about a little basic in offense. But we go into this Fayetteville Rogers game. This game kind of surprised me a little bit too. I know it was at Rogers, but 41-38.
Yeah. I mean, going into that game, I remember saying, don't sleep on Rogers.
Yep.
Because Rogers is a very good football team.
They are.
And Kevin Kelly, coach at Sheridan, Not Brett Bielema. Bill Belichick
Yeah.
called him the greatest high school coach ever. So for someone like that to talk highly on a team,
Yeah, he said that's. I mean, they played Benton and Marion, and he said Rogers easily the best team they're gonna play all year.
right?
So
So Rogers is a great football team. Barely came short of Fayetteville, lost by 3. But that's a good look for Rogers.
it is.
It
Yeah.
really is a great look for Rogers. Even it's a loss, but still, that there's hope.
I mean, because you
There's
can
hope.
make an argument that Fayetteville is the number 1 team in the state. I don't
Yes.
think they are. I think Bryan.
But you can argue it
But you can argue
because they should have beat that Texas team.
Yep. Easily. Yeah. Like
Yes.
there's zero. Yeah, we talked about it. There's 0 way like they should
Yeah.
have. They totally.
Oh, they should have won that game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it was Rogers' homecoming too. So I mean, they go up there and they. I mean, they played a solid game against a really solid team, Fayetteville. And then we go down. We got Bentonville Northside, 35-14. It's kind of what I expected.
Yeah.
Northside's not a solid, they're not really a
Not
great
very
game.
good.
Then this one's, I know. Oh, man, this one's got to surprise you a little bit just at the score.
Yeah.
49-0.
49-0.
Bryant, Little Rock Christian.
I did think Bryant was going to kill him. I thought Bryant was going to kill him, but I didn't think they'd kill him that bad.
I didn't think they were going to shut him out.
They
At
scored
Little Rock
0
Christian.
points
At Little Rock
at
Christian.
home. Yeah.
That's just like Bryant's undisputed number 1 team.
Yeah.
Like, you really can't argue.
But at the same time, it makes you think, is LRC kind of a fraud?
I agree. You can take that stance too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because I know I kind of talked them up last podcast. I was like, hey, like, they had a tough game against El Dorado, but they've, competed and they played better. Beat Cabot by like 4. Maybe Cabot and Little Christian aren't as good as we think they are.
Yeah.
I don't think that's crazy.
That's not
Take
crazy
to
to say
have.
that. It's a great take.
Yeah. And then we got, I think a lot of people had as a pretty solid game, and I didn't think it was going to be that great, but it ended up being pretty solid. It's Springdale, Bentonville West, 28-24. And yeah.
We expected Springdale to win, and they did.
I figured it'd be a little bit, like kind of that score,
Yeah.
low scoring, the wing tee.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I remember saying it could be close because it is at Bentonville West.
Yep, and I mean it was.
Yeah, but Springdale still won.
Yep, Springdale comes out with the win. So yeah, that's a good one for them in conference because those are kind of 2 teams that are very similar.
Right.
Alex, in the conference in 7A West, and then you go in to PA Central. Yeah, they got absolutely killed, 63-14.
Yeah, I mean, but those points are probably in garbage time.
Oh yeah,
I guess.
I guarantee it was 63-0 or like 56. I guarantee.
Yeah,
That's
a blowout.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, PA is a freaking solid team. We'll go into who they played. This week tomorrow. That'll be a good game. But yeah. So that kind of wraps up 7A for the recap. Let's go into 6A.
Move on to 6A.
First game. This score sort of surprised me. You got Marion El Dorado, closer than I expected, 34-28 at El Dorado.
Yeah.
Marion comes up.
I think Marion's a fraud.
Yeah, I think they're a little overrated.
Yeah, a lot of people have them as contenders, but I don't think so.
I think some people kind of have them on the level as Ben, and I think that's really disrespectful to Ben.
Very.
I think when Benton plays Marion, it will not be close.
Nope, won't be.
Yeah, I think there's kind of it's Ben, and then there's Marion, El Dorado, Catholic, Jonesboro.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if maybe you can put Sheridan in that level. Dude, Sheridan, they're not great players. I know I watched them against West Memphis. Okay, they're running back. They got a black running back. I can't remember his name. But he's really good. He's like number 6. He's really solid. He's really fast.
Yeah.
He's easily the best player. And I know they kind of are emphasizing how their quarterback Dax, I can't remember his last name, it's like McMillan or something. How I haven't even noticed it. Like their quarterbacks, they like don't move. Like right when they snap the ball.
Yeah, like that's a Coach Kelly thing.
Yeah, it's Coach Kelly thing. And then a lot of people get him crap for that. But I mean, he's the one that teaches them. Like a lot of people are like, "What?"
He's coached to do that.
He's coached to do that.
I remember
he gets pissed when they don't do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
My sophomore year, Kevin Kelly hadn't been gone from PA for that long.
It'd been like a year or 2.
Yeah, so I mean, they still did a lot of things that he coached. They still do things that he coached. Like,
oh yeah,
they always go for 2, all that stuff.
Not really playing, yeah.
But I remember my sophomore year, their quarterback, he did that.
Yep.
So.
Oh yeah, he's Busby.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was their coach to do.
Yeah, coach to do, and I mean I know a lot of them. it's funny because they're playing West Memphis. They were talking like a lot of their guys were talking like crazy crap and like how like, they were disrespecting us. I mean, like, bro, if y'all don't win that game by like 50, then it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they got beat by 21 against Jonesboro, but we'll get into that. And we have Shiloh Mountain Home. This score surprised me too. A lot of scores that are kind of surprising me. Shiloh blows them out by what 24
Yeah.
at Mountain Home.
Crazy. I predicted
I know
Mountain
you
Home.
predicted Mountain Home to
I
win.
did.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, because I mean you really didn't know from both of those teams' perspectives. Like Mountain Home hadn't really played a crazy team yet.
Right. Right.
And we thought Southside was a little bit better.
I wish I was able to go back and because I watched a ton of film on Mountain Home this week. So I promise you I wouldn't have picked Mountain Home if I would have watched film on them. I was just straight up looking at box scores
Yeah, exactly.
for Mountain Home.
Yeah, and I mean it shows how good Shiloh is. Shiloh's a really
Yeah.
good team.
Yeah. Mountain Home's a very good team.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
don't
keep
get,
going.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
Shiloh's just they're in a level.
Yeah.
They're kind of up there, the top 8 teams in the state. Yeah, I think I had Shiloh winning that game, but I did not think it was gonna be by 24 for sure.
Yeah. A
Um,
blowout at Mountain Home is
Mountain
crazy.
Home.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then we have Benton Sylvan Hills. That doesn't surprise me at all. 49-0. Just doesn't surprise me at all. Benton's a really good team. Then we talked to Coach Elliott Van Buren, 45-11. Kind of talked about that game a little bit.
They did a great job of stopping that wing T.
Yep, they did only held them to 11 point, or held them to 11 points, and
Yeah. And they obviously,
I bet Cooley had a game.
yeah, they obviously didn't hold the ball for too long because they scored 45 points.
Exactly, and that score was pretty much exactly what the Lake Hamilton score was.
Yeah.
The previous week. So I think you could see, I mean, us having kind of that same score.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it kind of shows, like, kind of confirms, like, hey, we're gonna beat Salem. They're not gonna win a game fully.
They're not winning a conference game unless they got super lucky.
They're not. I promise they won't.
Like I'm super lucky.
Then we got the Russellville Greenwood game. What are your thoughts about that game? 63-14. At home.
Very bad game. It's a very bad game.
Yeah, I think from a fan's perspective, okay, they got kind of like their first 2-3 touchdowns kind of called back, and they had a partial touchdown and got called back. I kind of the second it happened, I was like, dude, this thing's over. Like, and they didn't even score. The score's still 0-0. I'm like, dude, this thing's over. Like, he returned that, and then they scored a touchdown, and then
it was like they had so much momentum without even scoring yet.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just like it kind of just over. And then day one doesn't turn his head. Luke throws a pick six, and then it's 14-0, and the game's over. Like the game was over right then and there. That was like 2 minutes.
I mean, because I feel like if we would have made a decent on our first drives of the year, we always not of the year of the game, of the game. Our trend has been to drive all the way down the field and then not score.
Yeah.
I think if we would have been able to do that, the score would not have been as bad. Not nearly as bad. Number one, it eliminates touchdown for them. That's
Pick
touchdown.
six.
That pick six. Number two, that momentum that they had wouldn't have been so insane. And our confidence was shocked after that play because, I mean, he didn't run it right. He didn't run the route right. It was a little rattle, where the two receivers are going to block and the H-back comes
And he's
out.
not even supposed to go up the field at all.
He's not supposed to go upfield.
And
He's supposed to go for width, not depth, when he runs that route. And he went for depth. And so when he went upfield, number one for Greenwood, super talented player.
Yeah, I mean, made a great play. I think it's any other team in the conference, they don't even make that play.
Yeah. I mean, Day one didn't even turn his head yet because he had gone upfield instead of gone wide. Number one grabs it off of Day one's back and takes it to the house. And it's 14-0. And then
and then
it's history.
I mean, they just kept scoring, and
yeah.
I mean, and all 14 of our points were in garbage time.
Yeah.
So
I mean that wasn't our team, and we know that. Because we didn't execute a single thing the entire game. Because I'm gonna be honest, 63-14 does not show how badly they beat us.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
They killed y'all.
It doesn't. It was 49-0 at half. And Greenwood, yeah, we know they're a lot more talented than we are, but One thing that we take pride in is that we're tough and we're physical, and we never give up. And we weren't ourselves in that game because we were not tough, we were not physical, and we gave up. And so we keep, number one thing about that game is we can't let that game beat us twice.
Yeah, don't let that
Yeah.
game fall into this week at all.
Yeah, but I think we've done a great job of wiping it off, and we just got to move on because we know that game was not the way that we play football, and we just got to move on.
Yep.
And learn from it.
Yep. I agree. So going to then that Southside Lake Hamilton game, 24-26. Lake Hamilton wins that game. It's exactly what I thought the score was
Great
going to
game,
be.
great game.
That's the exact score like I thought it would be.
Yeah,
You know?
we predicted that pretty daggone well.
Yeah, because we said we think they're literally probably the same skill level. It's just it was at
Like Hamilton wins because they're at home.
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
And they won by 2.
Yep. And then we got Jonesboro Sheridan, 49-28. Jonesboro comes up the top. It gets their first win of the year.
Not because they're not a great team. That's because they played insanely
tough teams.
Yep. They've had a crazy schedule. One of the hardest schedules so far.
Yeah.
Now going on in the year, their schedule is not as tough. But as of going into that game, they had one of the hardest schedules.
Like even by the end of the year, they'll have a top 5 to 10 hardest schedule.
Yeah.
Just because 6A East isn't great, but it's not terrible.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, and then Sheridan, I talked a ton of crap coming after that West Memphis game. It is West Memphis, but they come out and they talked a ton of crap and then they got beat. Which they did go to.
Sheridan's not used to beating West Memphis, so.
Yeah, yeah, because historically West Memphis is a way better team than Sheridan.
Yeah, no, West Memphis is having a horrible year.
Like it's a terrible year for them.
Yeah, normally they're a solid team because they've got some athletes.
Yeah, but they're terrible this year.
Yep.
Then speaking of West Memphis, we got Catholic West Memphis, 41-13. I'm sure they probably got fooled. I mean, a little closer than I thought, but maybe it's just I was surprised that I didn't put more than only had 41, but yeah,
I mean it's still a blowout.
Yep, exactly.
A blowout's a blowout.
Yep. All right, and then kind of go into some games around say 5A.
We're not going to cover all the 5A and down just because there's so many of them.
Yeah, but we'll kind of point out some ones. Like this one surprised me. Bologna P Ridge, 28-23. Bologna barely comes in on top at home.
That surprises me. It's kind of scary looking at Bologna, seeing how close that game was. I don't like that.
No, because P Ridge lost to Silent by worse.
Yeah.
Silent beat P Ridge better than Bologna just beat P Ridge. That's not good. It's not a great look for Bologna. Yeah. It's not a good look. P Ridge not a great football team. Arkadelphia kills Boxside. Arkadelphia's a great team. Prescott absolutely kills Horatio, whatever they're playing. Radio. Maumelle comes up on top. Pine Bluff. That was closer than I thought it'd be. Pine Bluff is not a good football team.
I think Maumelle's pretty overrated.
I agree too.
Yeah.
I think they're a little overrated. Nashville killed Fountain Lake. Win close game there. Green County Tech. That's closer.
I don't like that. I don't like that for Win. I root for Win because I don't know. I just like Win. I don't have a reason to like him. I just always have.
Which is cool.
Can't tell you why.
Mayflower talked to Cam Willis about that game. They come out on their homecoming. Yeoville's homecoming and 35-0.
Not scoring a single point on your homecoming.
Yeah, I don't think Mayflower. They've not allowed a point since week 1. I'm pretty sure week 1 or week 2. They've been playing pretty solid.
Warren had a weirdly close game with Monticello.
I agree. Yeah, that is kind of close.
But they also don't have the quarterback. So
yeah. One thing I want to talk about the Warren. If you watch the Greenbrier game, okay, it's probably one of the scariest plays and most disturbing plays I've ever seen.
That dude's leg.
Like their starting quarterback, really solid player. It was a white.
He was good. Right? He was good.
He was a really solid quarterback, and just snapped his leg. It was bad. It was nasty. You can see it on film.
Yeah,
it's bad.
The tactical angle, which is the angle on the field, is pretty much from an end zone.
Yeah.
Where you see that from that angle, you can literally see his leg bend. The guy landed on it. It was very.
Warren would be having a lot better football season if it wasn't for that. I mean, their quarterback's not terrible. They're kind of.
But I mean, they went through a whole offseason with this guy.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, I feel bad for them. They probably should be having a better season. Lakeside killed Magnolia. Lakeside's just a really solid team there.
They're great.
Farmington beats Harrison by 20, 30-14.
Interesting.
Kind of what we figured.
I thought it'd be a little closer.
Maybe a little
I thought it'd be
closer.
closer.
Yeah, that'd be a little closer. Uh, yeah, Hot Spring actually killed Hope.
Yeah,
Hot
Hope is
Spring
terrible.
68 on them. Camden Fairview 68-24. Texarkana at Texarkana.
Wow.
They put 68 on them.
I think that 24 ranking in 5A for Camden Fairview is a little too low. They need to be they're better than that.
Yep, I agree. They're pretty solid. Like
And-
I think them and Lakeside that was a really close game, and man,
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's a ranking overall.
yeah, that's overall.
Okay, never mind. That's a good ranking. My
Yeah,
bad.
that's fine.
My bad.
And then yeah, Greenbrier absolutely killed Clarksville as we figured.
Yeah.
Possible Clinton talked about that being a pretty solid game. Clinton comes up on top, and
Man.
we had a Creed talk about Clinton. They're playing them this week, so that should be a pretty solid game for them. I do think Dardanelle comes up on top.
Yeah, but Clinton's good.
Yep.
You can't. Yeah.
Can't overlook them. And then
Most people around the state have Clinton beating Dardanelle. So
yeah. Mina beats Lamar by 13. Mina's a pretty solid team down there in 4A. Did he even talk about Mina?
no,
Oh, Mina. I think it's them and Mina.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I think Mina's really good.
Mina's really good.
He must just forgot about him, but Mina's a really good team.
Oh yeah, BB lost to Whitehall.
Yep, 28-16.
Very weird.
Yeah, and then I had a whole thing about how BB's gonna make playoffs and all this stuff, and we had to move our basketball game for them, and they just lost to freaking Whitehall. I mean, it's fine with me. We get another home game, but like I only get 1 day rest. Like I can only rest for Wednesday, and that Wednesday we're going to that freaking conference thing for the broadcasting thing.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm not gonna get any rest. I gotta freaking play BB now the next day because y'all think y'all are so good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just think it's just weird. Whitehall has not proven that they're a very good team, and then
At
they went up
all.
and beat BB, which was ranked by Scorebook Live,
Had them in the top 25.
which we had said we didn't think was right. But still, Whitehall had a horrible season. BB lost to him. So
Yeah,
very weird.
I'm telling you, wow, that was just a weird score. I
Very
don't know
weird.
What happened? There's gotta be some like wrong there. Like BB must have been out. Some guys like I don't even know. Yeah, Parkview murdered the Queen.
Parkview 66, the Queen 7.
Yeah. And you talked about that Forest City Hall game being pretty solid. It ended up being pretty good. Forest City, I think it's their first one of the year.
35-37.
Yep, I think they get their first one of the year. So
Both those teams have super athletic guys on their team. So
both those teams suck, but they got some really athletic guys and not great coaching. So.
you can be really athletic and still be horrible at football. So
Yep, Sylvan Hills. And then we've got Bismarck 36-27 over Smackover. Bismarck's a really good team. So I mean Smackover, they're 2-3 now and they're 0-3 in conference.
That hurts.
Or at least 0-2. I think they might be 0-2 in conference. Yeah, 0-2.
And it was a home game for
Yeah.
Smackover.
They're losing all their losses are just by like it's so close.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them.
They're just in a little slump here.
Yep. And yeah, talk about this Moulton Alma game pisses me off. We end up eating at Alma after the Greenwood game, and we're talking to some Moulton people, and like they're like, yeah, we won by like 1 point. We're like, holy crap! I'm like, not no. When I heard that, I'm like, not again, bro. They literally win by 1 point.
They barely win every single game.
Like, bro, like you can't make this up. 30-29 at Alma. Like I don't know how to keep winning these games. I don't know.
No, because I promise you.
Like they're this close to being 2-3.
I promise you, Russellville is better than them. I promise you, Greenbrier is better than them.
And even Alma, like maybe.
Alma, you can make an argument, but honestly, I'd probably say Morrilton is a better team, just because you can't rely on one guy like Alma does.
Yep.
Like they rely on Izzy so much. So.
Yeah, I mean they're 5-0 and they're this close to being 2-3. Like this close.
Yeah.
So
very fraudulent 5-0.
And we looked at their schedule. They will be undefeated.
Yeah, because their conference is weak.
They're not going to lose another game.
They played their toughest part of conference already.
Yep.
Yeah. They're going to go in playoffs and be shocked whenever they play a decent team.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to win because you got Parkview. I want to see them play Lakeside or like Joe T or Cannon Fairview. Like they will lose. I promise.
Yeah. Pretty much a lot of teams out of 5A South would beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure 4 make it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
make it in 5A.
Those four would be probably Magnolia, Lakeside, Cannon Fairview, and Parkview.
But maybe Hot Springs instead of Magnolia.
Maybe Hot Springs. Those are kind of
Yeah. Either one.
I figure Magnolia. It's just that game's gonna be big for them. But yeah. Moulton, they're gonna be undefeated going into freaking state. So it's crazy.
Frauds.
Yeah, Joe T 42-0 against Jacksonville as expected. Atkins 42-0.
Wait, go back up. Oh, I don't know.
Malvern kills Harmony Grove. That the same team that Smacker lost to? I think it is.
I think it is.
Malvern's pretty good.
No, Malvern is amazing.
Malvern's a really good
I
football
played
team.
against them in the summer at team camp. I don't know if I said this before. Played against them in the summer at the Pulaski Academy team camp. Malvern's got some dudes. They've got some dudes. They have a receiver that is so tough. One of the best receivers like in the state. Like he's up there. He's really good.
Yeah, Malvern, they're a really good team down in 3, 4.
I want to say cool.
Yeah, they're really good.
Valley View Harding Academy, very sad.
Like I think, I just wanted it to be close, but it wasn't. 37-12.
Is it Harding Academy is one of the only teams in the conference
that
has
has
a chance to beat Valley View, and they didn't, and they were at home.
So maybe that's exactly kind of like that Shiloh Mount home game, like pretty much exactly.
Yeah,
that's kind of exactly how it is.
Yeah, it is.
And
Valley's going to go undefeated.
Yep, we looked at that. Their next hardest game is this week, and yeah, it's not even really that hard.
Yeah.
Then we got Dover Ozark. Ozark kills Dover, but Dover puts up a fight, 21.
Hey,
they didn't get absolutely totally blown out.
I bet one or two of those garbage time.
I guarantee it. Yeah. And then this is one of the most surprising scores. Dardanelle 60-6.
Wow.
Waldron. I kind of talked about how Waldron might sneakily win that game, and no. Like when I heard the score, I was like, Waldron beat Ozark. Okay, and even Creek talked about Ozark is a solid team, and that game might even be close for them.
Yeah.
Waldron beat them, and then Dardanelle goes out in 60-6. Like that's terrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Great win for Dardanelle. Phenomenal win. I think that, puts the morale up going into Clinton, which is a really big game for them. So yeah. And then Salem beats Episcopal. My cousin or their quarterback gets no dub. That's they're a pretty solid team down there in 4-3-3. Yeah. Okay. And then gosh. All this crap just freaking
Little technical difficulties on here.
went away.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start with 7A. This is preview now for done with week 5. Going into now the games that'll be tomorrow. I guess you want to start off with the game today. Just kind of start it off.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is now. It's probably really bad.
What game?
The Parkview game.
Oh, yes.
All right, so talking about Parkview game for today. So it's 58-0 right now at halftime.
Oh my goodness. That's insane.
Glen Hope. That is really bad.
Ooh.
Like terrible. Yeah, Hope's really
That's
bad.
bad. That's really bad.
Yeah. All right.
So going into 7A for this week,
Mm-hmm.
which is week 6.
Week 6.
Week 6. It's week 6 this week.
There we go.
Tongue twister there.
First game we got Fayetteville at home against Northside.
Blowout.
It'll be if I had to guess 52-7, 50-14.
Yeah.
Something
And
like
then
that.
Rogers Bentonville West.
Not a terrible game.
I think win by 20. Win by 20-30.
I agree. I think 20-30
Rogers. I'm not saying Bentonville West.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Bentonville West is at
0-5.
home. So I think Bentonville West goes to 0-6 this week.
Okay, random. Okay, this is very random to say this, but watching film on Greenwood last week, Bentonville West's field is so weird. It's really bad. Have you seen it?
I think you sort of showed me. It's like,
dude, they don't have a logo on it.
Yeah, they don't have a logo.
No, like it's literally just like a football field with no logo. They have their sponsors on it. Like their logo is not on their field.
I don't know why. That's
Why?
weird.
No, it's weird. Okay, random, but
Yeah, it's very odd. That's maybe it throws Rogers off a little bit. You know, that's just it's sort of weird.
why'd you not put your logo on your field? Like, why?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, Rogers probably wins about 20-30.
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe
they're
40.
yeah, they're really good.
They're gonna beat them easily.
Yeah. So yeah, Ben Willis go to 0-6 and Rogers go to 4-2. Okay, we got Little Rock Christian at Little Rock Central. Christian, tough loss at Bryant or at home against Bryant. They're going on the road. Well, maybe like 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're going 5 minutes away.
And to be some,
Can you even call that a home field advantage?
I mean,
I don't know. Like, I don't know how that works because I've never played a team that close before.
yeah, I'd be like, I guess that's us playing Dardanelle. But even
Even then, that's still farther than that, probably.
yeah. So Christian will kill him. I think give him confidence, put him up to 4-2. After getting their freaking butts like freaking handed to, like it was bad against Bryant.
It was bad. It was really bad.
And then we got Bentonville Rogers Heritage. Bentonville comes up on top pretty easily. Heritage not a great team. They put up decent fight against Harbor last week. But they're not a good team.
Heritage is bad.
Yeah, Bentonville will kill them. Probably kind of the same thing. Rogers, I think it might even be a little worse.
That'll be worse.
And then
Okay. Game of the week.
Game of the week.
Across Arkansas. Not just 7A. Game of the week.
I agree.
Number 1, Bryant.
At home.
At home. Number 2 in 7A. Pulaski Academy.
I really wish this game was at PA.
I do too. No, if this was at PA,
dude,
it would be such a good game.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But since it's at Bryant,
you got to pick them.
you have to pick them. I think they win by 2 touchdowns.
I literally just about to say 14. Yeah, I think they win by 14.
14.
I think they win by 14.
Which is insane because it's number 1 and 2 team in 7A. But
Bryant's so
Bryant's
good.
crazy. They're
Bryant's
crazy.
very solid.
They beat Parkview. They beat Christian Brothers. No, they beat Parkview by 20.
20
at Parkview.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it even more insane. And then they beat Little Rock Christian 49-0. It's so hard to say a team's gonna even play a super close game with them.
I know.
Whenever
And like that's showing how freaking. I mean, those are 2 undefeated teams. Like I really hope that game's like PA.
I'm rooting for PA personally.
I am too. But like Brian's probably gonna win that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And going to the next game, we have another not terrible game, but
Sleeper game, in my opinion. I know 2 years ago, Conway made a trip up to Cabot, and Conway was, I mean, they had a great team that year.
Mhm.
They were one of the favorites to win it all, and Cabot beat them. So I mean,
kind of the same.
I know
kind of narrative.
Cabot and Conway don't like each other at all. And it's at Cabot. I'm still picking Conway, but
Yeah,
don't be surprised if Cabot does win this game.
It's kind of the same narrative where you're talking about. That being said, I'm Conway by 30, but yeah, Conway by 30 or 40, but I think Cabot, yeah, they could.
No, yeah,
I mean,
like they could win.
Because I mean, I'm sure 2 years ago that was really surprising too.
Yeah, 2 years ago, Conway was supposed to go in there and kill him.
Yeah,
and they did.
And yeah, so yeah, with that being said, Conway by 30, but we'll go. Go to the next game. We got Harbor traveling to Spring. Well, actually, they're both in Springdale.
Right down the road.
Yeah, Harbor and Springdale. So I get Springdale. I think Harbor.
I'm taking Springdale. Harbor's weak,
but I think with
Springdale's undefeated.
You got to think about this though, okay? Big rivalry game. Harbor and Springdale.
Yeah,
it is a big rivalry game.
Yeah,
I think that makes it a little closer.
Yeah, I think it'll be close, but I'm taking Springdale.
I'll take Springdale by about 10-14.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll put Springdale up to 6-0. That's big for them.
Yeah, but then once they get in the rest of the conference, once they hit the harder part of their schedule,
they've had the easy part of the conference. Yep. Yeah, then it will get bad. It'll get bad.
Well, that conference is kind of weak though. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, but they gotta play Rogers. Gotta play Bentonville. Bentonville will be a really good game.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, and then
I think Bentonville hit it to them.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah,
personally.
And then you got last game. You got the 2 0-5 and 0-6 to get their first win of the year.
Somebody's getting their first win today.
Southwest at North Little Rock. So
I'm taking North Little Rock.
I'm taking North Little Rock too.
It's at North Little Rock, even though it's not that bad of a drive. I'm taking North Little Rock. I think they're a better team.
Yep,
they're the better team.
I think they are too. Southwest put a pretty solid game with Cabot last week.
Yeah,
That's where I could see maybe Southwest pulls out a win, but I don't know. I think I'd take North Little Rock.
Yeah.
Me personally. All right. So that wraps up for 7A. Now we're going into 6A. We've got first game here, Shiloh traveling to Shiloh. Or Southside traveling to Shiloh Christian.
Yeah, Shiloh by 40,
50.
40, 50.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad. Blowout.
Shiloh at home. And Shiloh's 3-2. Like that's insane that Shiloh's 3-2.
They played hard teams.
Yeah, I know they play a lot of Iowa State teams. They're a really good team.
Who was the other loss besides Greenwood? Was it Oklahoma?
It was a really
Was it
nice
Broken
season.
Arrow? Wasn't it Broken Arrow?
No, I think Bergen was different. It was some random school.
Hmm.
I can't really remember. But yeah, we'll get into. I think that'll be a great win for them. And then so we're going to that Marion West Memphis game. We kind of know what's gonna happen there.
Marion's gonna kill West Memphis.
And that's not. And
It's a rivalry. It's a rivalry.
Yeah.
So you can't take that out of the factor of who you think's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
But West Memphis's team this year sucks. They're horrible.
Marion's gonna kill them.
Yeah.
And back to Shiloh. So they lost to Lincoln Christian.
Okay.
So Lincoln that 38-14. So that team's got to be really good. Out of Tulsa.
Okay, yeah. They're 5-0.
Or 5-0, ranked
Fourth
fourth
in
in
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, okay.
That makes sense.
They played a great team out.
They played a really good
Oklahoma.
team. Probably, maybe the best out-of-state team that anyone's played. Maybe Texas High. It's probably one of those
Texas
two.
High and Melissa.
I think. Well, I think that team from Oklahoma might beat Melissa. I think they probably beat
Yeah,
Melissa.
Broken Arrow's good too.
Yeah, I mean, because think
He's
about
very good.
Parkview beat them. Parkview lost to Bryan. Always trickle down things. That Lincoln, that's a really good team. Number 4 in Oklahoma. Yeah, if I would have known that, I would probably pick Shiloh by a lot more against Mountain Home last week.
Yeah,
Shiloh's. Yeah,
I don't know. I think I overrated Mountain Home last week.
Yeah,
I hadn't watched film on them.
yeah. Then we got El Dorado, Silver Hills. I think. No, I'm not. Okay, El Dorado by 20. El Dorado by 30. I want to give Silver Hills the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, like Silver Hills, they are talented. They're talented. They are. They just don't play together. They don't play with heart. I don't know.
Okay. This is not a crazy thing. They are a more talented team than El Dorado.
That's not crazy to say that.
They're a more talented team.
It's not. But the thing is, they just don't play as a team at all. And they're weak-minded, and then they're going to give up.
Yep. So.
But it's at Silver Hills. Up there in Sherwood. Never know. So what I'm saying here, it's another one of those games.
We say it every week with Silver Hills, though.
Yeah, we do. But I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it every week.
Yeah.
If Silver Hills wins, I won't be surprised.
I won't be surprised.
Yeah. I don't think they're winning. So
no. Which they played it tough. I know they played Benton and Marion, their first 2 teams in conference, which is very tough.
Yeah.
So I think he kind of got a lesser opponent here, and I think that because those 2 were like, you're not going to win those. So like here they could maybe do something.
Yeah.
And then game of the week, we got Greenwood at I can't even say it with a straight face. Okay, we got Greenwood traveling to Siloam.
Best team in the conference, worst team in the conference. Recipe for success.
I wish I don't want them to take the start. Like, dude, this game could be like 150-0. They really want it.
No, actually, no, genuinely.
Like it genuinely could.
Yeah. It could be 200-0.
Yeah,
but they're gonna put their JV in. So
and then Wing T, there's when the
merger comes out with Wing T,
it's probably gonna be like 49-56-0.
Yeah,
just because Wing T's gonna drink a lot and all that. Yeah. Then we've got Mountain Home traveling to Russellville tomorrow.
Okay, I just want to say this before this. We talked about this beforehand. We think the 2 best games in 6A this week is this game, Russellville Mountain Home, and Van Buren Lake Hamilton. We think here's the thing. The way our conference sits, the way that it's all gonna pan out. If you want to host,
this week is big.
If you want to buy, this week is big.
Does the top 3 get a buy?
No, 2 get a buy.
Okay.
But the thing is, Greenwood's up there at the top, obviously. Shiloh up there at the top with them, but they're not quite up to Greenwood's level. So here's the thing. No, listen, hear me out.
I don't know if I'm hearing them out.
No, listen, I'm Mountain Home. I'm speaking from Mountain Home.
Okay, okay.
I'm speaking from Mountain Home. If I'm Mountain Home and I don't win this game,
No buy.
No buy. You don't get a buy.
Yeah.
So they know that because they're not going to beat Greenwood.
And they're
They're not beating Greenwood.
a little delusional, so they're gonna think they can still get that buy, even though they're not gonna be able to.
Exactly. Here's what I'm saying. Mountain Home knows that they have to beat us to get that buy. So they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. They know it's our homecoming. They're gonna fight. No one wants to lose at somebody's homecoming.
And if you think about it too, Mountain Home, like, they're definitely not a lock to play at home. Like, be a top 14. They're not a lock.
They're not a lock. No, they're not.
They're not. Like, and like, there's y'all could be above them. Van Buren could be above them. Like, Hamilton could be above them. So that's like things go together. Like,
Yeah.
they're not a lock, so they're playing to play at home too, just like y'all are.
Yeah.
So it's for both sides. And so kind of got into that factor. What are some game plan stuff? And how they play, kind of.
I can't say some things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait, let me think. I'm trying to filtering what I can and can't say.
Yeah, bro's
like words are going through my head and I'm like, wait, don't say that, don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want Mountain Home watching this, and yeah.
Oh, dude, wait. Okay, so here's the deal. We know this is big. We know this is big for them. We haven't hosted a playoff game in Russellville since 2016.
That's crazy.
Maybe 2017.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not sure. But 2017 at the latest.
But yeah, definitely not in the last 6 years.
We are aware that we have a chance. Like, we have a very good chance to host a playoff game. And this is a game that we gotta win. We gotta win to
have to win this game.
We don't have to.
Well,
have to. But we know that if we do, that chance goes.
Yep.
It's our homecoming. We're really big on not wanting to be distracted by that. Coach Wheeler talks about that a lot. How homecoming is really just a big old distraction. He hates it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's homecoming is a lot of fun and all, but when it comes to the end of it, what matters most for us is that game.
Yeah, I mean, Friday you don't go into thinking about homecoming at all. Friday you're going in thinking about beating Mount Home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean I say this every week with a borderline game. I think we lose, but I hope we win. It works out every time. Okay, I think we lose.
All I'm saying, here's the thing: Russellville plays really good at home.
Mm-hmm.
They play good at home. We lost one game at home last year, which is Little Rock Christian. My sophomore year, we lost
Greenwood, but played really
Greenwood.
Good game with them.
We lost to Greenwood at home.
Really,
we played great with Greenwood. Coach Wheeler literally talked about last week before the game. He pulled us seniors aside, and was talking to us about what do we want our legacy to be. People think about you, about your team, of how you play Greenwood, because Greenwood is that team. Greenwood is that team that they're the team to beat.
Mm-hmm.
And so people think about you of how you play Greenwood, and that 2022 team, they played Greenwood really well and they remembered by it. So but yeah, anyways, got kind of sidetracked there. But yeah, we played them at home, played a really good game with them, played PA at home, which was the state champs that year. Them Greenwood were the best two teams in 6A that year.
Mm-hmm.
We played very good games. We could have came out on top, and we knew going in both those games that they were better. Like, we knew that.
Yeah.
And but that didn't stop us from playing our hearts out.
Yeah.
So Russellville plays hard at home. We play hard at home. We know that. We love playing at home. Mount Home's got a 3-hour drive on the way here. It sucks. We made that drive last year.
That's terrible. Yeah.
That drive is horrible. So we're going into this game. We want to win really badly. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. With that being said, I mean, I really do think you'll have a chance to win that game, but I mean, I think y'all lose. Just but I really do hope y'all win. And I think y'all can for sure. And then we got
Not a bet. I think we win. I think we win.
yeah. If you said something about basketball, if someone's talking to me about basketball, I'd be like, I think we're gonna win. So I'd have the same mindset. We got Jonesboro traveling to Catholic. This is a pretty solid game. I don't
Yeah.
think it's terrible.
I think a lot of people, if you're just looking at the game, if you're just looking at this game, Catholic 5-0, Jonesboro 1-4.
Oh, Catholic.
Catholic, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's at Catholic. I mean, obviously, I'm picking Catholic.
Mhm.
But no. Listen. Jonesboro has played an insanely hard schedule, like we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Catholic has played not a hard schedule at all. And I don't know. I'm picking Jonesboro.
I am too. I'm picking Jonesboro. I think Jonesboro goes on the road.
It's so weird to do that.
I think Jonesboro goes on the road and wins by 14. I think they win by 10, 14.
I'm saying around 10.
Yeah, I think they have the. I wouldn't be surprised if they blow them out either. I think Jonesboro, they beat Sheridan by 21 last week. Jonesboro's a good team. They're a good team. So yeah, then going on to this next game, Benton at Sheridan.
They should take care of business and kill them.
They will. I promise you they will. And I'm going back to this Benton Bryant game. That game was really close.
It was.
And Bryant, yeah, I don't know. I think if you think about that, Bryant beat Little Rock Christian 49-0, and they played Benton. That game was super close.
Yeah.
Benton's way better than Little Rock Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just weird to think about. Going into the year, I would have not thought that. We got we're kind of talking
second
about,
game of the week for 6A, in our opinion.
We got
Van Buren and Lake Hamilton.
Traveling to Lake Hamilton. Here 5-12. It is not 5 ranked, but it's a lot closer than that, I promise. 4-1, 2-3, but record, it really doesn't even show.
Van Buren's played tougher teams than Lake Hamilton has.
Mm-hmm.
It's at Lake Hamilton, so I'm picking Lake Hamilton.
Me too.
It's so hard to pick for this game. It's so hard to pick. But like Coach Elliott talked about, this is the third wing T team that they're playing.
Second one in 2 weeks.
They just came off of beating the crap out of Silent that ran wing T. They lost to Springdale earlier on that ran wing T, but that was also the first time they did it. So think about this. They've had 1 full week of practice and then a game against wing T, okay, before Springdale. Then another full week of practice and a game against wing T, against Silent. They have a whole 3 weeks of practice against wing T.
Yep. And
they just showed that they know how to stop it against Silent.
Mm-hmm. Dude.
So I can't make a pick for this game.
I'm going on limb. I'm picking Van Buren. I'm going Van Buren.
If you're going to take
I'm going Van Buren.
Gosh, this is so hard to pick.
I'm going Van Buren.
Okay. Yeah. I'm picking Van Buren.
I'm picking Van Buren. I'm going Van Buren. I like that pick.
Just that 3 weeks of practice. That's what's getting me.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And people don't know that. I'm telling you, we're the only two that know that.
Well, and
Van Buren. I don't know, all this people, but in the people that do this kind of stuff, they don't know this stuff. I think.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I want Van Buren to beat them kind of by 3-ish.
It's gonna be such a good game. It should be such a good game.
And I want people to come back to this. And be hey, I'll freaking.
But the thing is, it's at Lake Hamilton. That's what sucks.
Yeah. So I don't know. I gotta go Van Buren though. I'm
picking Van Buren.
I'm gonna go Van Buren. That's a tough game to pick, but because last week I said
it's a little bit of a gamble of a pick.
Yeah, Southside Lake Hamilton. I said Lake Hamilton just because it's at home. That's kind of the same thing here, but I think it's a little different because Van Buren is a lot more prepared. I feel like.
Yeah, they're going to be so prepared.
Mm-hmm. And I think Southside's the better
Coach Elliott. Think about this. Coach Elliott's their D-line coach. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's coached there for 21 years. He's very experienced. Okay, wing T, D-line, go hand in hand. Going against the D-line. So that guy has a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge.
Dude, he knows. He's been there for 21 years. He's played that so many times.
Yeah, he's played Lake Hamilton so many times.
Mm-hmm.
They've been in the same conference for a while. So, I think they're going to beat him. I really do.
Yeah. That'll be a good game. But, so going on to 5A and below. We've got Pine Bluff BB.
Wait a minute. Before we start,
Okay,
which one do we think is game of the week
for 5A.
for 5A? Let's start with that one. Let's go with
Bologna Alma. I don't really love 5A.
there's really not one, but I think
I mean, you could say Greenbrier
I'd say
Farmington.
Greenbrier
too.
Farmington.
Okay, we can go Greenbrier Farmington. Greenbrier probably wins.
Yeah,
I could
but
see Farmington winning at home
is
too,
it?
though.
Yeah, it's at Farmington, so like I mean that's a little bit of a drive. That like I'm telling you, that drive matters. That drive, like a drive to a game matters. It really does. Greenbrier, they
I
lost.
feel like they've underperformed a little bit this. Like I don't know, like for what the talent they have,
They're a good team.
their running back
They're a really
is
good team.
insane. Their running back is really good.
Yeah. Okay, here's the deal. The reason I'm picking Greenbrier. Look at the Farmington lost to Harbor. Farmington lost to Harbor.
By 15, but they really did win. They didn't.
They won, but they lost on the
Yeah.
scoreboard.
Yeah,
And so I think Greenbrier would beat Harbor pretty easily.
it's not
So
crazy to say.
think about it like that. I'm taking Greenbrier.
Yeah, I think Greenbrier by like 10, 14,
I'm taking them by 20.
17, something like
I'm
that.
taking them by 20.
Yeah, I think people around the state think that'd be a pretty solid game. I think,
There's really not any great games for 5A.
Yeah, there really isn't. So yeah, and then going on to Pine Bluff BB. So BB lost a terrible game to Wyoa last week. So they're going to play Pine Bluff. I think this game actually will be kind of close.
Yeah, I did too.
Pine Bluff's not a good team at all either.
I have no idea who to pick.
Yeah.
I haven't watched either of these teams.
I think it's at BB, so I'll probably take BB, but
I'll take BB just because it's at home, but I mean, I don't know. I really don't know about that game.
Yeah. Then we got Bologna Alma at Alma. I think Alma wins.
I'm taking Alma. Alma's ranked awfully low.
Yeah, and we talked about kind of Bologna game too. They played way too close to P Ridge.
Maybe Alma's not ranked low, but Bologna and Alma, I feel like they're not really on the same level.
I think Alma's ranked a little low for 5A.
Yeah, but Max Scripps has Alma at 11 and Bologna at 12, and I think there's a way bigger difference between Alma and Bologna.
I agree. So yeah, I'll take Alma pretty handily at home. We got Morrilton at P Ridge. We kind of talked.
They should kill P Ridge. They should
about this.
But I mean, P Ridge just played a close game.
The Morrilton will kill him. I
Yeah,
promise.
but I'm saying like, who knows? It could be
Bologna
weird.
sucks.
It could be weird.
Bologna sucks. We'll go. Yeah, Morrilton will kill them, and then Morrilton they'll be undefeated by the end of the year. We've kind of looked at their schedule like they're kind of talked about that earlier. They're just gonna be undefeated. Yeah, Harrison Clarksville. Harrison will get their first win of the year.
Should.
They will.
They should.
Clarksville's terrible.
Yeah.
Clarksville's terrible.
Clarksville's really bad.
So yeah, Harrison gets their first win of the year. I think maybe on the road. We've got Win, Valley. Talk about how this
We're rooting for win. We're rooting for win.
it's just not gonna happen.
Rooting for win.
Yeah, I hope Win wins.
I feel like I need Valley View to have a loss on their record because they're not an undefeated caliber team.
Yeah, like,
I don't care. They can go undefeated. They're in my eyes, they're still not an undefeated caliber team. They haven't played anybody.
For Valley View and Morrilton going undefeated is absolutely insane.
That's so weird.
And it's gonna happen probably.
And there are teams that have lost that are much better than them.
Easily, yeah. So yeah, I think Valley View wins that game pretty handily. Which sucks because I want Win to win that game, but yeah.
Hey, rooting for win. Let's go.
We got Lakeside and Texarkana. That game will be pretty bad. I know.
At Lakeside.
Cannon Fairview beat them.
Is that at Lakeside?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be really bad.
It's
gonna be like last week. Cannon Fairview beat them 68-24.
Be about the same. Should be.
Yep. It will be. And we got Magnolia, Cannon Fairview.
Could be a decent game.
A little closer.
Could be.
Cannon Fairview kills them by 20 or 30, but
Agreed.
I think it'll be a little bit closer.
I'm taking Cannon Fairview by 20.
I like Magnolia. Magnolia's a good. I'm rooting for them. I like them.
Yeah.
And Joe T. Whitehall's throwing that in there. That will be a murder.
Joe T.
Joe T. will kill him.
Joe T. number 2 and 5'8", taking on Whitehall, unranked.
And I think
Should kill him.
I want to talk about this. Joe T. I think if you went into the year, you would not think they'd be the number 2 team in 5A.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
They've proved both of us wrong. They proved a lot of people wrong, and they're a really good team.
They have a great team.
Beat Lakeside. Like they're a really good team.
What's his face? Tyson's their quarterback, isn't he?
Yep, Tyson. Conway's at North Little Rock. North Little Rock starting quarterback last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we grew up playing him basketball. He's always like way bigger than everyone.
He's huge.
Yeah. I mean, he's
He's a big guy.
He's probably developed and kind of grown into his body, and he's probably pretty solid.
Yeah, I know Joe T got a bunch of transfers for this year.
That is true. Yeah, I know they got a really good corner receiver. Like I know they got a ton of transfers, but I just didn't know if they're going to put it all together.
Right.
They have.
Kind of like Maumelle really hasn't put it together.
Yeah, and Maumelle, they have. So I was looking at their basketball pictures. Okay, Coach Noel's telling me Maumelle, their basketball team, insanely tall. Like they have a 6'8", 6'9" dude, 6'7", 266, and then some 6'4", some 6. Yeah, it's insane. Okay, it's kind of crazy. But one of those guys, 6'7", Jordan Harris, really good football player. He transferred to Little Hall this summer. Transferred. Okay, but I guess he didn't because he was in the Maumelle team picture. And
maybe he's transferring after football season.
well, you can't take a picture with Maumelle like and I'm telling you, Little Hall would not be that bad if they had him because he has so many D1 offers for football. Like he has a ton of D1 offers for football. There's no way they'd be that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I thought. That's
they
why I
lost to
thought.
Forest City, didn't they?
Yes, that was Forest City. Forest City didn't have a win, and I think Dardanelle. I thought they played in the start of the year. I was like, oh, they're gonna be pretty solid. Dardanelle killed them.
Yeah.
So I was, makes sense. Jordan Harris, really solid player there, Momel. Yeah, I just talk about that. I thought he transferred, but I guess he's back, and so that sucks for us because he's pretty solid basketball too. So, yeah, and then 4A game of the week probably Hamburg Warren.
Hamburg Warren.
Yeah,
they have Hamburg above Warren. I disagree strongly.
Me too. Think especially if Warren had their quarterback.
Yeah,
we talked about what happened there. But their quarterback they have now isn't terrible. He finished out that game against Greenbrier and played a solid game.
Solid. He's very solid.
But I think Warren does come up on top of this game.
Dude, they got some fast players. They've got some fast guys.
Receivers are really solid.
Their slot guys are really fast, and they got that one wide out that's really big, really good, and really good.
Yep. And then talk about Dardanelle Clinton. They've got Clinton at 6, Dardanelle 11. I do not agree with that.
Interesting.
Dardanelle 11 is kind of crazy for me. Dardanelle's a really good team. They beat Waldron 66. Their only losses against Elkins, which you can't even fault them. That's a great
Elkins.
team. It's a great team.
Elkins. And it was kind of early in the season too.
Yeah, it was the second game of the week.
Yeah.
Or of the year. I think Dardanelle, I think a lot of people got picked Clinton. I think Dardanelle goes out and wins this game.
Yeah. Big Dardanelle.
Big Dardanelle too.
Let's go Dardanelle.
And we just talked to their quarterback Creed. He's pretty confident going into that game. So
yeah.
Yep. And then we got Pottsville, Waldron. I think Pottsville wins that game.
Pottsville should hand it to him.
I think Waldron. It's so weird that Ozark game. They beat Ozark and then they just got absolutely smacked by Dardanelle. Like that kind of
it's
really
weird.
Really weird to me.
Very odd.
Then we got Mina Ozark.
Ozark is always this pretty strong team, but Mina's very good this year.
Mina's good this year.
Mina's really good.
I think Creed kind of forgot to talk about them. In the conference. I think it's gonna be Dardanelle and Mina, top two there. And obviously this Clinton game is gonna be big for Dardanelle. They lose this, and I think it's Clinton Mina, but I think Mina's a really good team. Beat Pottsville. They beat some other teams. So yeah. Going into 3A, got Newport and how do you even say that? Osceola. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably butchering it.
No, that probably sounds right. Newport lost last week. Rivercrest.
Very surprising loss with Keandre Barker playing on that level of football at 3A.
You would think he would not even be able to get tackled.
Yeah, no, actually. No, genuinely. That dude can fly. And he's big too. Like he's big enough where he can break tackles. Like that.
I don't know.
It's really weird to me that they lost.
I think Rivercrest was undefeated. And don't have a terrible team, but still that shouldn't happen.
No.
Newport, yeah, so they get their first loss of the year. Number 4 in 3A. Yeah, that's tough for them.
They're playing number 6 in 3A.
Yep.
So that's probably game of the week for
3A. I agree. But I think Newport goes. I'm probably wins by a decent amount.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then we got smack over number 23 against a unranked 5-0 Center Point.
How are you unranked in 5-0?
It's gotta be an error.
Very weird.
I think Centerport wins this game. We'll talk about Smackover. I'm rooting for Smackover. I always am. I really want them to win.
With them in this slump right now, I can't pick them to win until they get out of this slump.
And it sucks because they're playing their conference is tough for 3A. They're playing back-to-back undefeated teams. They're, it's not easy, and then that's without playing, some of these other hard teams later in the conference. So, yeah, I really do hope Smacker wins. I think Centerpoint probably wins this game and goes to 6-0. Then we got, I think, which should be a pretty solid game here. We got Salem and Atkins. I think it's be a pretty solid game.
Yeah. A lot of guys around 3A have talked up Atkins.
And then and Salem's got some really good wins. 3A, I think they only have like one loss. They're really solid. My cousins are quarterbacks, so hopefully they can go and win. I'll probably be rooting for them. And then we got should be a solid game here. I think sleeper game, Melbourne versus Mayflower. Mayflower hadn't really played anyone. I don't think anyone has scored against them since week 1.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like they've literally shut out every team.
Yeah. But the thing is, they're playing a tougher team.
Melbourne's the toughest team they're gonna play.
Since they haven't played great teams, they're not used to playing good teams yet.
This could be an upset. This could be an upset.
This is a recipe for an upset.
With that being said, I think Mayflower, should win this game. I do believe they will, but
yeah,
Melbourne could go here and upset, and I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think about wraps it up. Preview going into week 6.
Great week of conference football.
Yep,
crazy things happen.
Another good week. I know we got probably about a month left of conference play, and then going into state. And we I know me and Coach Schnall were kind of talking about how 6A kind of runs it because he said the 3 plays the 6, and then the 4 plays the 5. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yep. So, and then you got the 1 and 2 with the
bye. 1 and 2 get the bye.
So you can be last, and then you're playing the 3 and 6As, right?
Yes.
If you're the 6, yeah. Yes. So if you're the 6 here, let's say we sneak in, we're the 6. This is worst case scenario, okay? We go in and we play cause you got Marion Benton, and it's gonna be at 13, probably Jonesboro.
Very winnable game.
Yeah, I think you got Jonesboro, and that's worst case scenario. Sneaking at the 6.
Yeah. Okay? We shouldn't be that. We shouldn't be that.
I think y'all could think it is very doable for y'all to be the 4, host at home, and play the 5, which could be either El Dorado, Sheridan, Catholic,
in that area,
one of those schools.
Yeah. Or even Jonesboro,
Yeah, which I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either, but I'm saying possibly.
Yeah. I know they've got 9 teams there, right? No, or do they have 8 teams?
They have 8.
I think they have 8 too. So yeah, I think you'll be Oh, so they'll Sheridan make conference. Sheridan make playoffs because you've got Sylvan Hills, West Memphis won't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then so I'm thinking Sheridan probably the 6, and you got El Dorado, Catholic, Jonesboro.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, y'all probably play El Dorado, Sheridan, Catholic, Jonesboro, just one of those 4 teams. So yeah, start looking out and seeing those teams. But for y'all's sake, I hope y'all play Sheridan. That'd be cool. If Sheridan was the 5 and y'all were the 4 and y'all played them at home and then y'all got in overtime and then y'all go and beat them, that'd be freaking cool.
Yeah, I'd like to get a bye.
Yeah,
I'd love to get a bye. Be amazing.
Yeah, realistically, I do not think that happens, but
hey, it'd be awesome. Though.
It would be awesome, but I think y'all have to go and beat Shiloh next week. So, yeah, but I think it's good previewing everything and good talking to Creed, quarterback at Dardanelle. He didn't get a coach this week, but I think should have everything in the studio all good next week, and hopefully, I'll be trying to get some coaches, get a coach and a player, and hopefully get some kind of high profile guys next week and get a good episode out. But yeah, that wraps it up for episode 6
for this episode. Thanks for watching.
All right.